Hey, it's Dr. Matt here with quick memorization strategy in action. So I'm at a swim meet here today for my son, and at swim meets, a lot of people. So you see a lot of people that you know, so you have to remember a lot of names, and I'm terrible at remembering people's names, especially on the spot. Like if you give me a few minutes, I can eventually, maybe it might come to me, but remembering it in the moment when you're passing by them and want to say hi, that's definitely a weakness of mine. So always looking to strengthen that and improve that. And so the way I go about improving that is by understanding that our memory likes to connect information. So we remember information, we can recall it more easily when it's interconnected with other information that we already know. So when it comes to names, by making connections with a person's name to other information that we already know of, really helps to improve our memory for that person's name and our speed at how fast we can recall it. So today, for example, so in real time, I'm at the swim meet. I'm seeing people that I know and want their names to come to mind. So people like John is a person that I've seen today, and so I can think of his name quickly because I make connections between John. Well, I've got this guy at the swim meet. His name is John, but I've got other friends that I know of that are named John, and so I can picture kind of all the Johns that I know in my mind and connect their faces and look at them all at the same time, make the connection. Oh yeah, all these people, they share the same name. Also, John is the fourth book in the New Testament in the Bible, so that is useful. So I can look at somebody and say, oh, John, like the book of the Bible. I know a guy, Matt. I saw him today. Matt's easy because that's my name, so that makes it easier to remember. This particular guy, Matt, he's a really good guy, and he loves music. He plays music, and I like music. I like playing music, and so making that connection, Matt is just like me. That guy who plays music, he's got the same name as I do. Let's see, who else have I seen today? Mike. There's a guy there named Mike, and so I make the connection. Well, I've got a brother-in-law, Mike. I could also think about Michael Jordan and say, oh, can this guy that I know, Mike, can he play basketball like Michael Jordan? Maybe, maybe not. But I could think of that in my mind. Maybe next time I walk by him and I see him, I think of Michael Jordan, how high Michael Jordan can jump, and whether or not this guy can jump that high, and that helps me to think of Mike. Another person, Michelle. I think of her name quickly and easily now. Last year at swim meets, I had trouble remembering her name. But this year I practiced making the connection. Well, Michelle, that's my wife's middle name. And so when I look at that Michelle, I can remember, oh, my wife's middle name, Michelle, and can help make that connection. So remembering people's names, make connections between the person's name, other people you know that have the same name, or other details about people and similarities or clear differences that they share. Making those connections helps to improve our ability to remember their names and recall them more quickly when we need them. And the other thing is practice. Remembering people's names is a skill, and like any skill, we get better at it with practice. The more we practice it. So like today, walking through the swim meet, I might pass by people that I know, whose names I should know, and I might not actually interact with them, but the moment I see them, I can still actively work to come up with their name. And the more I practice remembering and recalling people's names, it's like a skill, it's like a set of muscles. The more we practice it, the more we exercise it, the stronger that skill and those muscles will get. And over time, we'll notice some improvements. This year, I'm doing a lot better than I was last year because I've been diligent at working at it. So hope this is helpful for you. Start practicing people's names and making connections. And thanks.